what is a safe way to use, if you have to use, like, is there a safe way, or what is your philosophy on it?
There is a safe way, like anything. Let's talk about coffee. If you have too much coffee, what happens to you? You get sick, right? Your heart rate starts to beat a lot, correct? If you have too much sugar, what happens to you?
Everything bad.
Your insulin starts to spike. Too much carbs, same thing. Same thing with roid. You have too much, you ruin your life. Start your day positively, not negatively. You want to say positive thing about yourself and keep it humble, of course. But you need to start your day positively, and you will see all your day will be positive. Nothing can hurt you from the outside. For me, why I'm doing this, that's the question I said myself, like, and then I answer myself, that's why I'm doing this, for my family, for my parents, for my people, because I wanna be like, how to say, for my people, like, be the one who did what he wants, build his dream, achieve what I want. That's why I did leave my country. That's why I left my family. That's why I keep going. That's what fueled me. So cortisol for bodybuilding, I feel like it's our enemy. Especially like before the show. You don't want to be too much stressed. You don't want to have your cortisol level go up. Because if you go up, you get water retention. You can see it in your face, by the way. You can see it in your body. And you don't want that. That's why you always keep it like low. And you're gonna ask me probably, how are you gonna keep it low?
If something standing between you and your happiness, it was for me. I had to face my depression and the constant negative self-talk. Therapy helped me realize I deserve to be happy. That's why this podcast is called I Choose Health, because I made the choice to heal, and I want to share that with you. As a gift to you, we've partnered with BetterHelp as our sponsor to help you start your own healing journey. We all face moments when life feels overwhelming, whether it's stress, anxiety, or just feeling stuck. Talking to someone can make a real difference. And that's where our sponsor BetterHelp comes in. BetterHelp offers professional online therapy that's convenient, affordable, and entirely on your schedule. You can connect with a licensed therapist by video, phone, or even chat, whatever works best for you. Let our sponsor BetterHelp support you on your journey to better mental health. You can get 10% off your first month by going to betterhelp.com/iChooseHealth. That's betterhelp.com/iChooseHealth for 10% off your first month. Take the first step toward feeling better today.
As a teenager, I decided to live better, so I gave up the meat, eggs, and cheddar. At 20 and 30, I wanted more, so I strengthened my mind and my core. Living a life that is healthier and wealthier because I choose health.
All right, guys. Wait, hold on. This is Mike because I don't want to do it like this guy. All right, guys. Welcome back to the I Choose Health podcast and the
High Chi Fitness Podcast.
100. That's your camera.
Oh, wait, that one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What am I looking at?
So just look straight there.
Okay, gotcha.
And this is Jacob's
You
camera.
didn't tell me.
Yeah, you guys, this camera.
All right,
We
cool.
both look at that camera?
What about
Yeah.
me?
Henny, you're on this camera.
Okay.
But you can just mostly talk to them. You know.
Welcome back to the I Choose Health podcast and the.
High Chi Fitness Podcast.
So today's episode is a family affair. We're down one person, and we'll have him back. We'll have him here. Have the whole family here. So thank God he's good. Told us
God.
that he had an accident on a motorcycle. What are we doing about that? Are we like staging an intervention from Eddie?
Yeah.
I went Jewish grandmother on him many times and told him to be careful and stop Instagramming while you're on it. Does he listen to me? No, but thank God it could have been much worse. Luckily, he's resting, he's better, and we'll have him on in a few weeks. So, Maddie, we're sending you all the best vibes, baby.
Yeah.
Be better.
Well, guys, we got Henny on here, man, and Henny's an amazing brother.
Thank you.
Known you over a little bit more than a year now, year and a half.
Yeah.
And, I learned a lot about Henny, not just the type of person that he is, but also his career as a national bodybuilder, right? And so we're NPC, and we're going to get into that a little bit. And I know you're from Algeria, and so I want to get an idea of the culture of fitness and bodybuilding in Algeria, because in my country, in Barbados, there's also a rich culture of bodybuilding there too. So there's a lot of like famous bodybuilders from Barbados as well. So I'm just curious, like, just give us a background of, well, one, the bodybuilding scene in Algeria, and then two, how you got into it.
So bodybuilding in Algeria have progressed since decade. We don't have the same infrastructure as the US, but we have the discipline and the focus. But since I came to USA, it's like you have more potential, more like tools, and you can like grow actually. That's why I moved to US also.
Now, that's interesting, man. And like, for you, as you got into fitness, I know you've been working as a trainer past couple of years. What was your motivation? Because I was looking at your fitness philosophy, and you were seeing just beyond the fitness aspect of it. Like, you were looking at how it makes you a better person. So just dive into your training philosophy a little bit.
So on this one, I tap into my why I'm doing this. So why I moved to US, why I keep going, because bodybuilding it's my purpose. That's how I feel it. It's not like passion. It's like my purpose. I need to do it. That's why I keep going. Yeah.
So,
And I don't want to deceive. Sorry to cut you.
Yeah.
I don't want to deceive the loved one, like my parent, my family. That's how I'm always showing up, even in the hard time.
When you were a boy growing up in Algeria, what was your first calling to bodybuilding? Was there like some sign? You were part of a group that was passionate about it? Do you remember one particular aha moment that this is my purpose, this is my passion, this is my goal?
All young bodybuilder, I remember watching Pumping Iron, Arnold, and I was like, I want to do that. That's so cool. I want to go to Venice Beach. I want to go to Golden Gym. I want to try this. That's my life. That's my style. I remember that like clearly, like now, like I was like, wow, I want this style of life.
I'm thinking about Pumping Iron, and I believe it's been a long time since I've seen it. I believe Arnold was in that. Was Lou Ferrigno in there as well, right? And so these were the guys that you just like were in awe of, just watching them, like their workout procedure, their process.
And it's very old school.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the 70s.
Do you think that the way that bodybuilders work now, do you think, and we can't comment on everybody because everybody has a different work ethic, but do you feel like the bodybuilders of the 70s and 80s, do you feel like there was a different work ethic then compared to now?
I think it is, yeah. Yeah, it's a big like, how to say it? It's like big, but the word I forget, like big gate. Yeah, it's a big gate. So on the 70, you can even see it on this 70, like bodybuilding, you can see like their morphology, how they look. And now, and if you go to heavyweight, they look really bigger than the normal like bodybuilder. That's why they create the classic physique and the men's physique. They add new division to the bodybuilding.
Right.
So it is big gate, like big difference. And it's not only like for working out, it's also about science. The science since the 70s to now, 2025, did progress a lot. So we know which work for human body, which not work for human body.
I definitely want to pick your very wise brain with bodybuilding, because as you know, this podcast, one of our modus operandi is to have our masters and our experts reverberate their brilliance, what got them to be their successful selves out. So the three of us are all we were part of Chelsea Piers. That's how we met. I don't even know how many years of fitness experience we have between the three of us. I have about 20. You have?
I am 5.
2 decades.
Yes, it's also, so we have close to 50 years of
So
experience.
I'm the baby in personal
No.
training.
So you know very well with all the elements, the joggers, they have their style of working out. The yoga have yogis. The Eastern medicine people, we have our own thing, strength and conditioning. Bodybuilders, you guys have your own element. And when I think of bodybuilder, I even remember that old meme. Remember with the old plates? Even though they were 45 pounds, they seemed they were heavier than the plates we have now.
It's like culture, yeah.
It's like a different vibe, bodybuilding.
True.
Oh,
Something I was always
it's still the
passionate
same
about.
way. It's still like I work in a rec center as well, and you go to the rec center, there's a lot of old equipment, and so like I go to pick up the 120s, and the 120s feel way heavier than the 120s now.
true.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But it's something about it. Maybe it's
it's like, yeah.
Well, I'm just lifting them to move them. I'm not lifting them.
Working out or just move them?
Just moving them.
Oh.
Warm up for you.
That's true. I go to another gym, Elite Barbell. I work out sometimes there, and it's like they have old weight, like all metal, not like what we have there at Chelsea. But you feel the difference when I work out with that. I feel like I'm pushing more.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like the same thing. That's right.
fascinating,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
Same way, but just the ergodynamics of it. It's mental a lot.
is mental.
So, which is gonna piggyback to another about mentally preparing for your great shows.
Yeah.
So for someone because not everybody's trying to get a bodybuilder physique.
Yeah.
For someone who is trying to get that bodybuilder physique, take us through the discipline that's necessary for that, from sleep to eating, right, to the training process.
Sure.
Just take us through that, right? Because it's like I think I told you after I saw what you did with Mehdi,
Yeah.
and I was just like, all right, I got to do the same thing, and I will plan to do it. We'll get a blood test done.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to do it because I want to set myself up mentally to prepare for that. So just take us through that process because I know there are a lot of people who are trying to work on that physique as well.
True. So to do the process, three parts of this process. The first part is to bulking. You need to bulk clean, have clean food, bulk with it, and it takes around 3 months.
And when you say clean, I mean, we understand, but for those listening, when you say clean food, what do you mean?
I say clean food, like real food, like sweet potato, pasta, real pasta, not like stuff like that. Or no sugar, no bread, no, like clean, real food. That's what I mean. Yeah. And then the second phase is you start cutting, which is, for me, is the easiest phase. So you start to introduce cardio, lower your calorie, have less carbs. And then the third phase is the peak week, and it's just 1 week before the show. So 1 week before the show, let's say Sunday, you go on keto diet. And keto diet is just protein, meat, and fat. That's it. No vegetable, no carbs, no nothing. No sweetness, no nothing. And having water also, for me, is 6 liters a day, which is like 2 gallons, almost. For, let's say, Sunday to Thursday. Then for Thursday, I get 3 liters. And I cut salt. Then after that, this is the most like hard period for bodybuilder. So after that, cutting salt, you start cramping, and you start to carb up slowly, because you don't want to blow. And when I say carb up, you have clean carbs again, and you carb up. Then you start cramping. When you start to feel cramping in your calves, then you introduce salt, and then you start to get the pump, and you can see it like on the mirror. You can feel it also. And then on the day of the show, rice cake and honey candy sometime.
Right.
Yeah, gelatin candy. For me, it's vegetable gelatin. You can have also chocolate during the show. Not gonna not blow you up.
Right.
And that's it. And no water, by the way, into the end of the show.
How long would you say your pump lasts? That ultimate pump from the show?
It depends how you carb up also. Yeah.
But does it last days or is it
You stay for me, it stay like 2 days. I get the crazy pump for 2 days, yeah. And you can feel it. You just like squeeze and you're like, whoa, that's amazing.
So we've had on this show, about 3 vegan bodybuilders, right? We've had
I saw it. Yeah.
Tori Washington,
Yeah.
Corin Sutton, and then Robert Cheek.
You'll
who's
be the
considered-
4th.
Yeah, right? Robert Cheek, who's considered the godfather of vegan bodybuilding. For people who are vegan and trying to get into bodybuilding, how, like, is it this similar process as well?
For vegan, I don't have a knowledge for it.
Okay.
But I think they can have similar process because, we can find protein on veggie stuff, right? The only thing I will be concerned for vegan, it's iron, because to get iron fixed in your body, you need animal iron. That's what science said to us. That's why for vegan people, they need to have some supplement, bodybuilder, to fix the iron in their body. Yeah.
And is that specifically are we looking at prioritizing mass or when we're getting the iron, is it, what's the?
Both, because when you're bulking, you need certain amount of protein, and when you're cutting, same thing. So I think both need like you need to do some blood work and be like really focus on your blood work, because you don't want to be deficit in iron or like creatine also.
Vitamin D.
Yeah, true.
So, when we think about, muscle hypertrophy or muscle growth, and I want to kind of split it up into lower body, upper body.
Sure.
Are there specific, let's start with lower body, are there specific lower body exercises? Let's say you're 12 weeks out from a show, right? Are there specific lower body exercises you focus on? And are there specific upper body exercises that you focus on that you think are going to get you back to performance physique by that time?
You said 12 week, correct? So 12 week, you are in phase of cutting. You need to keep pushing, but you don't need to over push, because you don't want to get too much glycogen depleted. Then you're going to lose muscle, not only fat. That's why you said 12 week is the phase when you are like cutting. You need to be careful how you're working your legs, because legs is big muscle and you will take a lot of energy. You get a lot of depletion. That's why you need to be like slowly but surely. Yeah. For upper body, same thing. You need to go slow but sure. Push the same amount how you start to do when you start to cutting. But in the last week of the show, you cannot do legs because you're already glycogen depleted and you are in keto diet. And to do like some exercise like back or like any upper body, I think, you cannot push like 100%. You need to push like, let's say 65%. Because if you push 100%, upper or lower for last week, that's bad. You're gonna look flat in front of the judge on the stage. And then when you look flat on the stage, that's not good for you. Yeah.
Henni, do you guys incorporate the softer, ab-heavy range of motion practices such as yoga or Pilates when you guys are bulking, or there's no point, would you say, to really?
Interesting question, and I like this question. So before in the 70 and 80, they used to not do any yoga, any Pilates.
It wasn't like a male hero.
Yeah, which is bad. Because when you're working out, what are you doing? You tighten the muscle. Exactly. So you lose a lot of range of motion. I think it's really important to keep doing yoga. For me, it's a hot yoga. And Pilates, I think, is the key for lower body, abs. Yeah, it's really important to keep your range of motion, like you keep being flexible and everything, because you need to think about long-term goal, not like short-term goal. Because if you keep going and just getting muscle, then you're gonna see, like you can see some bodybuilder who are not professional, they're working like, and you can see some bodybuilders who are professional, they're like, you see the difference, how they walk, how they run, how they stand. It's really important to do like yoga and Pilates. Yeah.
In Russia, there's an old adage, proverb that says, the first tree that falls when the wind blows is the heaviest, most unnimble tree. You have to be nimble. The nimble sapling or the nimble birch tree, it knows how to sway through the energies. Yeah. And even though you guys are on stage for a small moment of time, it's only one little part of the whole bigger spectrum, because you guys have your lives, you're prepped. Even when you're prepping, you're walking around, I don't know how many steps a day, you want to be nimble, you want to be fluid. And that's why I'm always, when I train my clients, I incorporate a best of multiple worlds to have the strength and conditioning with the softer styles. And when I was managing this gym called Just Keep Moving years ago, we were doing some cool stuff. It was a fusion gym, and we would have Pilates masters work with bodybuilders, ballet dancers work with football players. And we had this big football guy came out. He was about 280, a professional lineman. And we had a ballet instructor. And I said to him, I said, Jay, you gotta take some ballet. It's gonna help you. Oh, why do I need this? Why do I need this? I said, try it. Yeah. A few seconds in, and of course, he thanked me because it helped him with getting to the quarter, rushing, because it helps all these multiple opposite polarities. They complement the bigger picture, which is, so that's why I'm always a fan. So I'm so glad that you said that.
Of course, yeah.
So just getting back to the specific exercises, because I know there's some people that are like, all right, Henni, we see your physique. All right, what leg exercise are you doing? Are you doing back squats? Are you doing lunges? And then for like upper body, when you're working shoulders, back, like what exercises? Let's do this. Let's pick 3 of your favorite
Love it.
lower body,
Yes.
and then 3 of your favorite upper body.
Upper body, yeah. So let's talk about chest. For me, when I do chest, I never use the barbell, never ever, because I think barbell is for powerlifting, and it's high risk of injury, which is not my goal to powerlift. My goal is to gain muscle, to be more lean, to be more mass, more symmetric. So I use a dumbbell. For me, chest press dumbbell is the best exercise for chest. And you get full range of motion also. With the bar, you don't get full range of motion. And you know you can get rotated cuff or like injure your shoulder, any like weird, like you just pull your elbow like this and then you move the weight on the shoulder. You know that. For legs, I prefer frontal squat. So I divide the body like in multiple parts. When I say frontal squat, I be focused more on my quads. That's what I want to do when I do squatting. Then deadlifting is good for hamstring. Sure. You know that. Hip thrust.
Lower back.
Yes, that's true. And calves. Yeah.
So I just want to make sure we got three lower body, 3 upper body, right?
What do you mean?
No, it's like three lower body exercises and then 3.
No, but when I say 3 exercise, I'm not gonna just do 3 exercises.
Right.
Done.
Well, I'm just saying,
No,
like,
you
your
just want
favorite-
examples of 3 things you
Yeah,
do
oh.
when you're prepping.
Like 3 things for the.
Yeah,
Like
like
3
your
different exercises for upper body, 3 different
yeah, like your
exercises
3
for lower.
favorite. Your 3 favorite.
Chest exercise favorite for the upper body, chest press dumbbell, real delt fly, reverse fly, and the row, bar row for the back. Yes.
That's an old school one.
Yes. And for the legs, frontal squat, deadlifting for hamstring, and single legs also deadlifting. Yeah. I love Bulgarian. I mean, some people think I'm crazy, but I love them.
They come from the Bulgarian gymnasts.
Yeah.
They're so ahead of everyone.
True.
They developed that routine, so it's proven.
Yeah.
And of course, incorporating that into the strength and conditioning and the aesthetics.
True.
It's definitely very practical.
And you get like full range of motion, like you go deeply, and then you go up. I love it. That's why I love Bulgarian squats.
It's like simultaneously complex but isolated at the same time.
True. Yeah. And calves, regular calves exercise. Yeah. So usually I do superset, in, out, and that's
And I
it.
know for core, we probably didn't speak a lot about core, but for core, you focus mostly on Pilates, right? Like Pilates movements.
For the core, no. Yeah, you can say that, but for the core, I do like two exercise a week for core, and it's usually superset, crunches, like lateral also, or like single legs up. That's what I do. But I think core, because a lot of people ask me how you get like core, how you get like
Nutrition.
yeah, and it's mostly nutrition. Yes.
Y'all heard that.
That's what is it.
Mostly nutrition. All right. So everybody is like, let me get these ab exercises, which of course are still important.
You can do core like.
Every day, if you want, you will not have six pack.
Yeah.
If you have like bad nutrition, you drink alcohol, you eat a lot of sweetness, you will not have six pack.
Because there's a layer of fat that's going to be over it, preventing
Yeah.
the aesthetics from being seen.
Yeah.
So that's why the diet is such a meticulous and important
really
part
key.
of the regimen.
So I want to shift gears a little bit. So we talked earlier in the show about Mehdi, and you and Mehdi working together for the show. I think that was back in August.
Yes.
And I wanted to just talk about that relationship and the brotherhood, right?
Yeah.
Because for me, I know when I first came to Chelsea Piers, there was a trainer he wasn't from my country, but he's from the Caribbean. And so he actually moved back to the Caribbean when I actually started working at Chelsea. So I never really got a chance to build that relationship with him. But you and Mehdi have been working for over a year. And so just seeing that brotherhood, you both were from Algeria, both competed in a show together. Just speak about that brotherhood and what he means to you in terms of that relationship.
Yeah.
And then what you both have learned from each other.
So first time when you told me there is an Algerian like at Chelsea Piers, I was like, okay, let's see it. And then when I saw Mehdi, we built like special relationship, me and him. Like seeing someone who is like same region where you're coming from, speaking same language which you speak, having same tradition, and working together, and especially when he started to do his, as I helped him to do his first show, and see him like working hard, asking all these questions, why are we doing this, why are we doing that, helping him for posing also, if you remember.
Oh, yeah.
Remind me a little bit, my first show, but I was alone, but I see all his energy, like, oh, that's me, or how I was in the first time I compete. And I was like so happy to help him, like it's my brother. Yeah, true.
No, I really loved it, man. Just watching y'all work together. I remember.
I did too. I was at Chelsea at that time. So
Yeah.
I was just thinking to myself, this would be such a great Netflix show. Just seeing the experienced master coach and the young, full of talent. Obviously,
full of energy.
oh,
my
he's
gosh.
got a particular je ne sais quoi. He just has this lively vitality to him. It's natural. You can't even fake it or study. But and the two of you have a nice little fire and ice dynamic that I always like. But I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the show that you did, you were first and Mehdi was third?
So we didn't compete in the same category, me and Mehdi. Yeah, I get the first place in men's physique open B, which is over 5'9". That's the highest one. So I got the first place. Mehdi did, I think, the novice one, and he got the third place. Yeah.
So for a first time, that's really
First time,
that's
third place.
sensational.
I told him that's big accomplishment. Yeah.
Actually, do you
I
remember?
was so proud of him.
Do you remember what you placed your first time?
Yes, I remember, and I was not happy. I got second place. First show, I get second place, and I was mad. And then I'm like, hold on a minute. What are you doing? Why are you mad?
Yeah.
That's the first time you step on the stage. No trainer, no nutritionist, no trainer for posing, and you get the second place. You crazy? And then after the show, I was like, I did great. And then, here we come.
Extrapolate, though, I'm the kind of person, if I would be second, I would also be like, why don't you get first? We have the same energy, right? Did you extrapolate later on or take away from what prevented you from getting first place at your first show?
Yes, I did. It was posing. That's what the judge told me. It was posing, yeah. So I didn't have any noise for posing and just went to the stage like this. And imagine you have like 5 judges in front of you, and you have the public like on the stage, like it was on Queen's College. And then I was like, you are like shocked. I'm like, what I'm gonna do? You have get like track, your heart start to beat. And then you do 1, 2, 3, do show like front, back, lateral, front. And that's it. And then second place. And I was like, what?
What we gotta do is just a whole show on posing. It's so important.
It is, and proposing is the key for bodybuilding.
I feel like there's so, like, I'm friends with a lot of models or people in the fashion industry. It's posing. It's a totally different spectrum than bodybuilding, but posing is a very similar, and when you pose from a very Eastern medicine thing, you're in the moment. You stop. It's very zen. You're centered.
True.
And I want to pick your mind later on your mental preparation for these shows, which I think could be very important for viewers in whatever you do, in business, in law, in medicine. If you have that drive, that focus drive like you do in bodybuilding, that just makes everything flow into.
True. I think so.
Yeah.
I want to do a little damage control too, because even though we've had a lot of bodybuilders on the show, I wonder to an extent about like, we look at the great Coleman.
Ronnie Coleman?
Ronnie Coleman, right?
Yeah.
And
Legend.
Legend in the game. What he did in the game was amazing. I think he won 8 competitions, and for somebody like him right now, who's in his late 50s, going into his 60s, but we see he's wheelchair ridden mostly.
Yeah.
Do you have any intimate knowledge as to why? Because I've heard from people like Jay Cutler that one of the reasons why Ronnie's in the situation he was in, that he didn't train the right way in terms of recovery, right? Because what Ronnie said was that Ronnie, as we know, was a cop, and he would only have an hour a day to train, so he would do all that heavy training in a course of an hour and then head to work as a cop, right? So do you have any intimate knowledge as to what led to maybe his body breakdown over the years? And maybe just give us, maybe you don't have intimate knowledge of that, but maybe give us an idea of longevity, right, in terms of bodybuilding. Because, Henni looks like, 20 here, but, Henni's actually in his 40s. Sorry to put your age out there, but Henni's in his 40s. And there takes some longevity to being able to do that as a bodybuilder. So what is necessary to maintain that longevity as a bodybuilder?
I think for Ronnie Coleman, it's most because he tried always to push himself. He was always fighting with himself. When he's in the stage, he didn't compete against other competitors. He competed of like the older Ronnie Coleman, the one the year before. So he wanted to always do better, 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 better. No break, even better, even more weight. That's how he broke his back. And that's why he's in a wheelchair. But listen, you know what he said? If he can go back and redo it, he will do it again. He don't regret anything.
What did he say? I thought you were going to say, like what, baby?
Lightweight, baby.
Him and the leg press, and you can't even put the 45s on anymore. People are stacking it up, and he's there.
I think he hurt his back when he was doing squat, back squat, yeah. I think recovering for longevity is really important. That's why you need to get off training sometime, 2 months. You lose some muscle, you get some body fat, which is normal. You need to give break to your body for longevity. Then you can restart again. Like now, right now, I'm off. No workout. I keep doing my cardio morning, but I don't lift weight. I'm not in specific diet, bulking, but I know next month I will go back bulking, go back to my workout, my focus. That's how it is.
Restore. One of my specialties. You know, it's one thing I would recommend to you, especially when you're off training, is to do a lot of trigger point massages, a lot of SMR release, lacrosse, a lot of reflexology in the feet. Because all of that is going to help. You did mention about the cramping, and I know that comes from the salt and everything, but the more it is that you get your meridians, and I'm getting very Eastern medicine, but it's also physiological, and your trigger points, especially over here when you're benching or you're pressing these areas right here by the lats and rhomboids start to get inflamed. So the more it is that you do those painful, not pleasant golf ball and lacrosse ball rollings and spiky foam rollers and against the feet, I feel that's really going to give you an advantage. And it's going to help you with your posture, believe it or not, as a secondary effect, because your body just intrinsically is going to start to get into its full potential.
Interesting you saying that. I did try a week ago, acupuncture, and I think it's magical. It's like I did feel relief, all the stress. Yeah, that's true. I did feel like relief from stress, relief from, I did have like a small injury for my shoulder, relief from the injury. It was like magic. I told the doctor, like, this is magic. What you did? And he explained to me same thing what you said about the point here. It was like pain relief, like right away.
That's why we have that's why I study under Master Wu.
Wow.
If we can't, can we get him on the podcast? No, okay.
He's not going to come. He also does not speak English.
Oh, okay.
It's like,
it's
really good.
few words, yeah.
We'll get a translator. No,
I'll offer it to him, Master Wu.
yeah. Well, and if we need to travel to.
Your master.
I go to him, and then I studied all the points, and then I bring people on him, and he lets me observe the process. Yeah.
It was like, I was impressed.
I was impressed, seriously. I didn't know like acupuncture can like remove some stress, some pain, fix stuff.
Now, if you don't mind, because we're going to shift gears again, you know, of course, as you're going through life, there's going to be challenges, right? And so on top of like work challenges or even in the process of training, there are some personal hurdles as well. How have you, like what do you tap into mentally to deal with some of those personal hurdles that come your way? Like what are you telling yourself? How are you preparing yourself in the morning, whether that's meditation, or like how are you tapping into, or what are you tapping into?
So usually I start my day with meditation, that's true. I take like 30-minute meditation, no talking, no nothing. I have my light in front of me, especially in the winter. You need some vitamin D. It's like sunlight. And I meditate. And for me, why I'm doing this? That's the question I said myself, like, and then I answer myself, that's why I'm doing this. For my family, for my parents, for my people, because I wanna be like, how to say, for my people, like, be the one who did what he wants, build his dream, achieve what I want. That's why I did leave my country. That's why I left my family. That's why I keep going. That's what fueled me.
No, that's amazing to just keep that forefront. And I'm finding the challenge as well. Like sometimes, even with this podcast, I'm so connected to and committed to this podcast doing well that sometimes one of the first things I check is like, what are the numbers? Like what are the views and stuff like that? And I'm like, you know what? Like just stay committed to it, stay under, be disciplined. So for me, I have to get back to that morning meditation, right? Just getting up, yeah. Because like there's just so much that's happening on a day.
Because you want to start your day positively, not negatively. You want to say positive thing about yourself and keep it humble, of course. But you need to start your day positively, and you will see all your day will be positive. Nothing can hurt you from the outside.
And one thing I want to ask as well, because I know if we leave this question out, I can see people in the comments like, why do you guys not touch on that? Right? So I have a lot of friends in the bodybuilding world, and what I've noticed as well, being around them, you know, they're using whatever, you know, supplements or roids, right? And a lot of them, the emotional regulation is crazy with some of them. I have one friend, his emotion is usually a lot of times very down or sometimes it's very up, right? So how do you feel like in terms of like the use of steroids with bodybuilders? What is a safe way to use, if you have to use, like, is there a safe way, or what is your philosophy on that? Do you, yeah.
There is a safe way, like anything. Let's talk about coffee. If you have too much coffee, what happens to you? You get sick, right? Your heart rate starts to beat a lot, correct? If you have too much sugar, what happens to you?
Everything bad.
Your insulin starts to spike. Too much carbs, same thing. Same thing with roid. You have too much, you ruin your life. That's why you need to monetize the roid. You need to do blood tests, see it, talk with the doctor, talk with specialists, physician. I think it's really important, but I think the more thing who influence your mood is your diet, nutrition. If you are lower in anything, iron, you get low energy. You will feel like, if your vitamin D is low, you get more depressive. You know that. Lower also your testosterone for us, for men, which is bad when it's low. So that's why you need always you keep doing like blood tests every 3 months and try to manage everything with complement, with meditation, because meditation helps you a lot for your mood.
It lowers your stress hormones, and it ups the good hormones such as your endorphins, your dopamine, serotonin, even oxytocin. So you have that positive effect happening. So when you meditate, I really love what you were saying about the morning affirmations. And I do the same thing. Before I open up my eyes and go doom scrolling on Instagram, get the blue light in, I go, if there's morning sun, just get some light sun. It's sun gazing, but you only do it when the sun just comes up or the sun just comes down. So don't do it, without any proper training. Don't go in the middle of the day or in the summer and look in the sun. There's a very specific way to do it. And then I just close my eyes and I say first I say 5 things I'm grateful for. Then I say 5 things I want to materialize into fruition, 10 goals. And then take a deep breath and continue forward. So I love that you do that.
And when I don't have the sun, I use the sunlight. I have special lamp and I just stand in front of it and I'm like meditating. And for me in the morning, no phone.
No.
I don't use my phone until I get to my car to drive to work. I don't use the phone at all. No scrolling, no Instagram, I don't post, I don't check anything. And then when I go to the bed, fly mode. I don't need any bad energy or nothing.
And your circadian rhythm gets better, so
True.
your day gets better. And a little tip to everyone, before you go and you wake up and you go straight to that cup of coffee,
No.
that kind of heightens your cortisol up a little bit too drastically because you're still in that sleep mode. I would recommend starting off with maybe a nice oolong tea, a green tea, some water, fresh
Hot water,
juice,
yeah.
hot water with lemon before you go into your nitro or any coffee for that matter, because it kind of creates an imbalance at a wrong time in the morning. That's something that the seers and sages know.
Funny thing, you're talking about cortisol. So cortisol for bodybuilding, I feel like it's our enemy. Especially before the show. You don't want to be too much stressed. You don't want to have your cortisol level go up. Because if you go up, you get water retention. Yeah. You can see it in your face, by the way. You can see it in your body, and you don't want that. That's why you always keep it like low. And you're gonna ask me probably how you're gonna keep it low. First of all, meditation, but also I use ashwagandha, which is lower my cortisol level. Adaptogens. Yes, that's what I use, and it's really helpful. Believe me. Yeah.
So sometimes I put in my coffee also.
Yeah.
Very good stuff. Look into also rhodiola.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, rhodiola is amazing.
The Vikings used to use it. That's an amazing one. And Eleuthero or Siberian ginseng.
Can you send it to me?
I'll send you everything.
Yeah.
Also cordyceps mushrooms.
Oh yeah, cordyceps are amazing.
Cordyceps are specifically the adaptogenic mushrooms, specifically for muscles, athletic, energy. I'll send you all this stuff. This is
When I started supplementing with cordyceps mushrooms, my running times significantly improved. My stamina significantly improved as well. So every Sunday I was doing like 15-mile runs, right? And so it felt a lot better. Right now I'm taking a break.
It's always good to take breaks too. You don't want to get
off and on,
yeah.
So this is the longest break I'm going to take from running in 10 years. I'm taking like a 2 or 3 month break from running. And so it's just going to be resistance training from now on. So that's going to be a challenge for me mentally, because I'm going to literally, like, when I drive on the road and I see runners, there's a part of me that's like, damn, I need to go run, right?
Addicted, that's why.
Yeah.
Runner's high.
Yeah.
It's a real thing.
So I have to like shut off that part of my brain. Like I still love it. And so it's difficult for me to just give it up, but I'm looking at it long term, because I'm like, last week I had like a little bit of swelling in this foot and I had some difficulty walking, and I'm like, nah, like long term, I want to be able to not have these issues going forward. True. So let me take that break. Let me revise some things in my diet, revise some things in my sleep, my training schedule. And so that's what I'm, trying to revamp. And the rhodiola, as you said, is amazing, too. Especially it's good for like free radicals, like fighting free radicals.
It's good for anti-stress. For your feet after running, have a little foot bath with some Epsom salt.
Yep.
And a few drops of maybe lavender oil or something, just to get it. It really helps with the...
I have a funny story, which I don't know if is appropriate for TV. But no, like when I would finish my long runs, I would use the lavender-based Epsom salts, and so I would soak, and so I would go soak. But I'm not realizing the impact that lavender is gonna have on my area, right? so I'm like feeling this burning, like, yo, what's happening here? So needless to say, I've never, I have that one time I did that. So I just used regular Epsom salts to soak my body, but. So yeah, that's one of the funny stories there. And I've asked this question of Tori Washington, who just won a big bodybuilding show back in June, May actually, right after his mom had passed. So, and he was saying that I asked him like who was his dream bodybuilder to compete against, right? And he's trained with Michael Hearn as well. So I asked him who was your person that you want to train against, whether in the past or current, and I think he did say Arnold. For you, who, if you had to compete against somebody, who would be like a dream person to compete against?
For me, it will be Kevin LeBron.
Kevin LeBron.
Yeah.
Oh,
He never get the first place. He always get the second place.
Interesting.
But he's always come back, and he come back, I think, at 57, 56.
Oh, wow.
And he compete, and he did the stage in Olympia. Yeah.
Definitely check that out.
Yeah.
Have you been to Venice Beach?
Again?
Have you been to Venice Beach?
Of course.
Of course. First time when he came here in US, yeah.
That's
Yes, it's like Mecca. It's like, yeah, the Mecca for bodybuilder. Yeah, and even to the Golden Gym.
Sure.
Yeah, I've been there, yeah.
Man, this has been great.
So much knowledge.
For your podcast.
No, definitely.
So much good knowledge here.
No, I mean,
We got to bring him and Mehdi on.
I can't wait to have you and Manny on. Just
You
just
two
to see
guys
that
together, that's going to be gold.
Yeah. No, that's gonna be fun. So, Mehdi, get well soon.
Get well.
Be
Stay off the
careful.
bike.
We're gonna be like your big brother right now. Like, come on, bro. Like chill out. Get back. We need to have you on the podcast. And If you need me to drop it, no, I'm kidding. But no, this has been great, man. Well, this is the I Choose Health podcast.
And the I High Chi Fitness podcast.
And we're reminding you that choosing health is about choosing power, possibility, and purpose.
Remember, health is wealth. No ins, ands, or buts about it.
Guys, that's it. Tune in to next week. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe. Welcome to week 32 of 52 Choices. This week's choice is simple but powerful. Celebrate your non-scale victories, the wins that don't show up on the scale, but absolutely show up in your life. Maybe you'll feel more energized during the day. Maybe your mood is more stable. Maybe you're sleeping deeper. Maybe you notice you're stronger when you pick up your toddler or carry groceries. These are real indicators of progress, and the science backs that up. Research shows that increased energy often comes from improved mitochondrial function. Your cells literally becoming better at producing fuel when you move your body consistently. Studies published in the Journal of Sleep Medicine Reviews shows that better sleep quality is strongly linked to regular movement and balanced nutrition, even without weight change. Mood improvements aren't in your head. Well, actually they are. Movement boosts serotonin, dopamine, and endorphins, and a Harvard study found that consistent exercise can be as effective as antidepressants for some people. And strength? That's one of the clearest markers of health. Research from The Lancet links grip strength and muscle strength to longer lifespan and better metabolic health independent of weight. So this week, take a moment to notice. Are you more clear-headed, less winded, more confident, more present with your loved ones? These are victories. These are proof you're changing. Celebrate them, honor them, and keep going.